Yeah, that's me drifting in to the new episode of the Silhouettes Podcast.
You ran over 3 children.
Shut up. They were in my way. They should not have been on the fucking course.
For real, dude.
Oh, we're the unlucky number today. We're episode 13.
Oh, shit, dude. Should have waited to record this on Friday. It is October, actually. This is the spooky month.
Oh, yeah, dude. Spooky episode.
It's the first spooky episode.
This is the Spookcast.
Get some, goose to ghost.
You want to know what's spooky? The
What's
Nickelodeon Smash game.
Dude, that looks fire.
No, dude. It is so weird. There's no voice acting for any of the characters.
Wait, there's no voices?
There's no voices. Imagine if you played Smash, but every character was completely silent.
Dude,
I mean, they don't have
Falcon
any
Punch.
voice lines. They don't even, nothing. Even at the victory screen, you just see them, doing their animation, but it's weird. And also, that game's broken to hell. There's super broken characters, and then you have Zim. Dude, I saw Critical playing as Zim, and he couldn't kill at 400%. He had the CPU to 400%, and he still couldn't kill.
Wait, Zim is bad?
He's bad. I was sad.
Bro!
Dude, Zim couldn't kill at 400%, and then Sandy killed at 22%.
Dude.
Pretty balanced, though. Then there's also only 4 stages.
What?
There's
At
4
launch?
stages. Yes, 4 stages.
And there's only 20 characters at launch? Dude.
I don't think the character select is that bad, but
It's not
it's
that bad,
so
but I mean,
fucking weird that it's not voiced.
But, dude, Nickelodeon has so many characters, dude. They could have fluffed that up, bro.
Yeah, they could have
Smash released was, I think, 74. Again, the slogan for Smash was everyone's
dude,
here.
in the stages, there's 100 stages in Smash Ultimate.
Dude. There's online local.
There's 103 stages in Smash Ultimate, and there's 4 stages in Nickelodeon Smash.
Dude, they could have... How are they going to have 20 characters but not have 20 stages?
I don't know, man.
Dude, that's so...
At least have, one stage for each series that's in the game. There's only 4. I think there's, two SpongeBob, maybe a Danny Phantom or a Ninja Turtle one. I don't know.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl devs roast Smash Ultimate and Nintendo for not listening to fans.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Nah, dude, that game sucks.
They roasted Super Smash Bros, man.
Oh, heck. I mean, I'm sure that the game is a little bit fun, but I think a lot of people said this needs work.
It's 50. That's still too much.
That's too much. That's too much.
The highest I would go for is $30.
There's also wave dashing in it, which I'm not sure if it's intentional or not.
What is wave dashing? I'm not
go
too good on
fast.
that. Oh, you go fast.
I don't know the specific description of it, but it's just you go fast.
Alright, so that's out. I didn't know that came out already. I thought it was...
I think it came out pretty recently.
It came out today on the Switch. Right? Or was it...
I don't know. No, it didn't come out today, I don't think.
No, it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
That's the thing.
Maybe if it's free on PS Plus in a year,
I don't
get it.
I'd rather play Brawlhalla. That's a joke. That's a joke. I would not play Brawlhalla.
What else is coming out? The Battlefield open beta's tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to play that. It seems pretty fun. I saw Critical play it.
I'm so ready for that game, dude. Still a bit peeved. It got delayed.
Nah, if you see the beta, you can understand why. There's a good amount of bugs.
I mean, I know that they gotta fix it, It's good that it got delayed, but it hurts because I was so ready.
Yeah, it sucks.
But, we don't want another Cyberpunk.
And one thing
Especially
they definitely... he was sniping, and there's no bullet drop, which was really weird.
So what you're saying is I can snipe.
Yeah. I think they might add in bullet drop. I feel like it would be weird if they didn't. If they don't, I mean, that's easier for me, I guess.
But, I'm going to be using that grappling hook, dude. Ooh.
Yeah, the grappling hook was really cool.
And, Battlefield is just the best. The Battlefield's the best FPS for me. Online FPS.
Yeah, I think so.
I have to say that because I think
it's more interesting than Call of Duty.
the problem with Battlefield is that they don't have one of those extra modes like Zombies does for Call of Duty. There's nothing you can just do with friends and PvE, you know?
Yeah. I don't think they even... Like, are they going to have a campaign in the new one? I don't think they are.
I don't know.
I could be wrong, though.
They'll probably have some stories or whatever, because the last two games, 5 and 1, just had those mini campaigns, those stories and stuff.
Yeah, I like the stories. Although in 5, it was really weird and I didn't like it. But in 1, I thought it was great.
I just don't like 5. 5 has some really cool operation maps. But the multiplayer, by the time we played it died off.
Yeah.
But it's still fun, because Battlefield's just a fun game to play multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a big
I feel like you can do actual like skillful stuff in Battlefield in terms of like tactics and all that, you know.
Yeah, in Call of Duty it's always just 3 lanes pretty much.
Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, dude, you can be skilled in Call of Duty."
I'm sure you can, dude.
I have dropped 20 bombs in Call of Duty. And I suck at that game. Okay.
Yeah, because this is what I've learned. Call of Duty is just kind of designed to be an easy game. It's pretty easy to be good at that game.
And Call of Duty always has those one god guns, you know. When I played Cold War, it was the MP5.
Mhm. There's always one gun. Like they I don't know how the fuck they can't balance this shit. There's always one thing that's just crazy good.
Like, you know, there's some beefy guns in Battlefield, you know, but there's a little bit more variety of beefy guns, and then there's planes and tanks and jeeps and stuff. You know, you can shoot up with your super good SMG, but it's not gonna do much to a tank, and then boom, you're dead.
Yeah. There's a lot more tactics in Battlefield.
Yeah. Especially with the class system, which I'm so glad that now you can use any weapon, because I really did not like that in Battlefield. The types of weapons were locked to your classes. That always seemed weird to me. That I can't be an assault with an SMG.
Yeah. And I think you could change your attachment. I think I saw you could change your attachments like mid battle.
Yeah, which is sick. That is so cool. Change up how you gonna go on this section mid elevator, like. Yeah. It's gonna be good. I hope they iron out the bugs. Then it could be the best Battlefield in a while. Because it has that Battlefield 4 look. It's slightly more futuristic. It's gonna have
they
all
have fucking little dogs, little robot dogs.
Yeah, I saw that. Some of the maps look cool, like at least from the reveal trailer. I've seen the gameplay trailer, but that was the sand map with the city. I want to play on that ice map with the freaking hover boats. I love hover boats.
I only saw the one like city map with the tornado.
Yeah, in the reveal trailer, when it was basically in-game engine, but it was like CG cutscene and stuff. They showed a couple on the maps. There's this one ice map where they have hover boats on it, and it looks so cool.
That sounds very cool.
Of course, I might try to fly again, because flying in Battlefield is so hard.
It's just pain.
Like, I think the only vehicle I'm sort of good at in Battlefield is probably like driving vehicles, like the tanks.
Yeah, they're pretty simplistic though.
I was pretty alright with the helicopter back in the day. Battlefield 4.
I could drive boats.
Dude, anybody can drive. You can't drive boats. I remember Battlefield freaking, what was that? Battlefield 1, I think, and 5.
No, 4 you could, I think.
Yeah, 4, I'm talking about you sucked at driving a boat in 5, dude. I remember playing on that Japanese map.
Sure. Don't let them know.
I can drive a boat. You can't drive shit, dude.
I could drive, dude.
Dude, you can drive? We can zoom up in the Hot Wheels. Tell them how you drive in that, bro.
Okay. Laney, you're going to be surprised by this one. Hot Wheels has been pissing me off. Yeah. Fucking pissing me off, dude. And it's all because of the spider. See, the one problem they had with this game is they included the fucking spider. It is the most dog shit obstacle in that game.
The spider is rigged. Every time I've gone through that, it has shot me. I've turned and moved around. It has aimbot.
You want to know? There's 2 reasons why it pisses me off. There's probably more, but I think the 2 main ones is, one, you could be in front of it. It'll shoot web behind you, and it'll get you from behind you. And then it'll, like, sling your car back, which is dumb as fuck. The second one is, it's in time trials. They have the spiders in time trials, and if you get webbed even once, you have to restart the time trial. And there will be time trials where there's 3 spiders, and there's a strategy you can do to go to the side, and usually it'll miss you, but it's not 100% chance. It's like RNG, and it's really fucking annoying. Even with boost, you can't guarantee that you're gonna dodge the fucking web. Dude, dumb as shit.
I hate time trials, dude. And in Hot Wheels, time trials is so much harder. Because I'm going fast, and then I zoom off the map.
I don't mind. I don't mind them. I just think they need to remove spiders from time trials.
I've always hated time trials in like any racing game because that requires you to be good at making the corners.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I'm never good at. It's turning sharp corners.
Another problem with Hot Wheels is the track radar. The track radar is dog shit.
I haven't tried it.
It's not good.
It's not.
Like, I don't know what the fuck they did, but, like, I was trying to make it to where you would go on the ground and you'd come back up, but you can't adjust the height of the beginning of the track. You can only adjust the height of the end of the track. So you can't, like, lower it down, because the problem with the track is it wasn't flush with the ground. So you would drive, and then you would hit the fucking track because you couldn't get on the track. And I had no way to lower it down anyway. So I don't even know how you're supposed to do that. 2, like, the way, like, everything needs to be connected. It needs to be a full circuit. You can't just, like, have space on the ground. You have to put in empty modules.
Then how do they have, like, the vent stuff and most like that with the
track
and the
thing,
off?
Yeah, the thing with the vent is that's not even a placeable thing. That's just a part of a certain map. I think that was, I don't know what map that is, but that's not even a thing you could place. That's just a part of the map. And then you could just build track in that part of the map. But you can't actually place vents or anything, which I thought was very lame.
Everyone's talking how good the track builder is and how it was unleashed. Maybe I haven't used it yet.
People are saying the track builder is good?
Yeah.
No, they're on crack. They are on crack. It's not good. At least on PlayStation. Maybe it's good on PC or something. On PlayStation, it's terrible. It doesn't make sense. And the way you go to modify, you have to, like, change to this other category. Then you have to cycle through all of them, click on them. Then you could modify it. Sometimes it won't even, like, confirm and stay into what you changed it to. And then another thing I would have is I would modify it, and then the modify section would get broken. So I couldn't go modify the next one. I had to go out of the category and then go back to modify again because it, like, breaks, and then it would be a different category. Very strange.
Well, people clearly made some good ass tracks with it, though.
I saw maybe 2 good levels.
Man, I saw some hella good ones. And then there's
then there was, this is the thing I made, and then there's just 500 loops because people were loop
it's fun. Dude, a lot of them, that explains the drag race tracks. I bet people don't know how to use the track creators. They just do the circle.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, that's just not. And yeah, I don't know how the fuck you would go on the ground and come back up. I don't know how to do that.
There are so many tracks in there that are just straight lines, just one.
Yeah.
And I mean, bro, you could at least put a loop, dude.
Oh, it's also, I mean, I understand it, I guess, but you could only customize your basement. You can't customize any of the other areas. You can't customize the sky. That was really cool. I thought I was like, oh, dude, you can customize a skyscraper? That'd be so cool. No, you can't. And then I was like, oh.
That's fine with that, because your basement's like your primo de mapo.
I guess. But you can't, you just change, like, you can't even change, like, what goes where. You just change what it looks like. Like, oh, I want it to be this material instead of that material. You can't be like, oh, I want, like, a Rubik's Cube, like a giant Rubik's Cube. You can't.
I gotta be honest with you, just because Louis said you were gonna do this.
What? Say
tell me before that you were gonna shit on the track editor.
The track editor is not good. Like, if you think I'm wrong, go in the track editor and try to go onto the ground and come back up.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it. You can't.
I'm gonna make a track in the track editor. I'll be the.
No, you have to go onto the ground and come back up.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do that, I would love to see it. I literally spent like an hour, and I couldn't.
What do you mean by go on the ground and come back up?
Like, you have the track go down to the ground, so you're on, like, the floor, and then for like the first 10 minutes I thought you had to do track, but you can't come back up from track. I'm pretty sure you have to make a ramp, and even the ramp wouldn't work because the ramp wouldn't be flush with the ground, and I couldn't lower it anymore because then it would say, oh, you can't place it. So you make the car go onto the ground and then make a track back up, so you go back into the, like, air or whatever. You can't do it. And if you can do it, I would love to know, because I literally could not figure it out. And you can't. Well, there might be stuff now, but when I was building a track, the game was only out for like 2 days, so there's no videos. Maybe they updated it. Maybe it's fixed. I don't think they did. Maybe. Hopefully they fix it. But I think, okay, so it sounds like I dislike the game. I like the game. I played, so far of the story mode, I've played 25%. I don't think I'm going to do all 100% because it's a little bit boring playing by yourself, playing against CPU. But I think the game is really good for playing with friends. Like when we all played together that first day, that was really fun. Even when we played dog shit maps, it was still kind of fun.
Dude.
But one thing they really need to add is partying up.
They do. They really need to do that. You know what else they need to add?
What?
What's it called? Damn, I forgot. The ability for everybody to see tracks in the private game. I don't like that only the host can see a track.
Then you're just kind of sitting there.
Or like a voting. Like imagine they have a voting system where you can have the, what's his name? The host pick like 3 tracks and then it pops up to everybody else and they can vote on which one they want to do.
That'd be cool. Another problem I had is I joined like an online lobby, and there's a chance that you can just go into an online lobby that has collisions turned off. And it just happened that I joined it. I didn't even know until I was in the race. And yeah, I might as well not have been doing a race. I couldn't fucking crash into anybody. They were all just ghosts. Like, what? Why is that even an option? It's stupid as hell. Or, like, if someone wants to pick that option, you should be able to pick collisions on or off. Like, you should be able to set what settings of a lobby you want to join. And you should be able to search for lobbies and actually, like, click on the one you want to do, instead of it just being like, oh, we're just going to throw you in one. You can't actually, like, create one or whatever. I feel like they need to add a little bit more for the online services, I think.
But, you know, I think they're going to improve it for sure. They got the plans to work on it. It's going to have a season soon. And, I mean, the overall gameplay of it's really good.
Yeah, the racing, that's the main thing that matters. They did the racing good. So the game feels good, plays well.
And they did put a shit ton of cars in at the beginning. I did not expect them to have that many cars.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars. I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van. It's a legendary car. So epic.
I got what's it called? Yeah, the legendary like super treasure hunt car. I got one of those, but she's in 1920s Ford.
Nice.
But hey, it's a good car though.
Yeah, bro. I think what's cool is you could share your libraries, and you could look at libraries that people made. It's pretty cool. I think the library creator is really good. It's like a Call of Duty emblem creator. Like, it has all the shapes and shit, so I bet people can make really cool ones.
Yeah. Overall, Hot Wheels, solid game.
I'd say right now
needs
it's
work.
7 out of 10.
It's pretty good. You know, nowadays it's 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's
now
so weird.
IGN, that's like dog shit, but I think it's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is not bad.
Real quick, speaking of game ratings, I saw this. Ooh, all right. I was on this website because I was reading about something. And then they rated games, and on the side they showed me the games that they rated recently. All right, yeah. Far Cry 6 came out, and I knew it wasn't going to be that good because it was just going to be a rehash of Far Cry 5 and 4 and 3 and so on. So, of course, it's very repetitive and boring. I expected that. But they still put Far Cry 6 below FIFA 22.
What?
They gave FIFA 22 a 8.5 out of 10. If I recall, that game has like a 3 stars on the PlayStation Store.
Nice.
If you get under a 4 stars on the PlayStation Store, your game is dog shit.
Yeah, I see garbage games of 4 stars, 5 stars.
But that's just like every single goddamn freaking journalist game company. They always give the sports games at least an 8.
Yeah, I feel like they get a nice reward if they do that.
Like, do they get paid for that? Like, they never talk about how it's always the exact same game, to the point where some games have assets from the previous game in this one.
Yeah. I feel like Far Cry, because I saw it before you buy, I feel like it's probably like a 6 out of 7 or a 7 out of 10. Like, I saw they did do some new stuff, but it's like they still have the same like base shit.
Yeah,
take over the outpost.
But still the exact same gameplay loop.
Yeah, the gameplay, they need to switch up the gameplay loop, the gameplay loop more.
And from what I read myself, that enemy variety is not there.
Yeah, I bet it's just dudes.
Like, bro, if you're gonna have a game where your gameplay loop is going to these places and shooting people, you need different enemies so that encountering these places is different every time.
Yeah. But, dude, you could pick between if you're a dude or a girl. That's epic.
Couldn't you do that on the last game?
I don't know. I think you could, actually.
Like, bro, so epic. Jeez.
So epic.
Epic. Far Cry. I've never really been into Far Cry. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't even get into Far Cry 3. Like, the story's pretty good. I've watched Far Cry 3. But playing it for me, maybe it's because I wasn't there when Far Cry 3 was like... When Far Cry 3 first came out, that shit, from what I understand, that was a new
Laney,
fresh.
I've lost you.
But by the time that I was allowed to play games like that, we were on like Far Cry Primal or something. It's just all this... Most of it's just... I don't like same games.
Yeah.
Like, there's no huge graphic jump either. Like, it looks pretty, but there's no, like, this looks good, this looks amazing.
Yeah, my opinion...
This looks good, and this looks good.
I liked 4 a lot. I played 3, and I was like, I think it's a little bit too old. Like, maybe if I played it when it came out, I would think it's cool. I liked 5 when I played it, and then I went back to play it, and I was extremely bored. And I didn't even get past, like, the first section. I was like, oh, okay. Nope. No replay value in that game. And I'm not getting 6. Because that's just a waste of money.
I mean, you know. Yeah, I guess so. A waste of money. There are a lot of games out there now that, you know, I feel like I say it's a waste of money. You know, some people get enjoyment out of them. I'm not knocking people down.
I mean, if you get enjoyment
like
from
it,
more power to you.
But I will knock you down if you go ahead and buy the Order 1886 because it's on sale for $10.
You were
I'm talking to you, Nick. You listen to these podcasts. This is stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you do. Like, you don't understand. That game is bad, dude.
It was infamous for being bad that year.
Yeah, because it was a PlayStation 4 launch title, and people are like, what the fuck is this? The game doesn't even have a concrete ending. It has a cliffhanger because they thought they were going to have a series.
Oh, really? Little did they know. Games have to have gameplay.
Yeah. I will never forget watching the review on it where it was legit. I'm not even kidding when I say it's the exact same boss fight, and that's the only boss fight they have. It's a werewolf, right?
Yeah.
You fight it, I think, it's either 3 or 4 times, and they make it seem like different boss fights.
Is it just the same dude, though?
It's the exact same model.
Nice.
Apparently it's a different dude each time, but the werewolf is the exact same model.
Yeah, that's
the exact same attack animations. It's the exact same QTE events at the exact same time.
Speaking of QTE, do you want to hop on a segue?
I don't know, segues are kind of dangerous, but okay.
We're going to segue over to Lost Judgment. And I mainly think the game is good. But there's some weird decisions they did. So, Yakuza games are pretty popular for having a very lot of minigames in them. And Lost Judgment was like, so we're going to take the minigames and we're going to put them somewhere else. So basically, like, base game, like, when you start it up, there's, like, fucking 4 minigames. And, like, 2 of them are the same. So there's really only, like, 3 minigames. And so instead, they had these school stories. And pretty much what they did is they took 10 minigames and they put them in school stories. Not even 10, I think it's like 9. They took 9 minigames, they put them in school stories. So basically, like, when you're doing the minigames, like, there's like a story that goes with them, but they kind of like pull a persona and they're like, oh yeah, if you want to like continue down this minigame, you have to have a certain stat leveled up to a certain point. So you have to go and do a different minigame, which isn't that bad. I think some of the minigames are good, but they have this skating minigame, and the skating minigame, for the most part, is pretty dog shit. The races are cool, but, like, there's, like, this stunt park thing, and you'd be like, oh, wow, like, fucking Tony Pro Skater or whatever. Nah, dude. There's 2 different tricks you can do. One is you grind on a rail, and you just jump on it, and then you don't have to stabilize yourself so you don't fall off. You just jump on it. And then the other one is you go up this ramp, and you do a QTE, and that's it. So, like, you'll be in this course, and you'll be like, all right, get this amount of score, and you'll just go to a ramp, do your QTE, go to the other ramp, do the QTE, and it's just that back and forth to keep your combo up, and it's really stupid. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that, The races are good though. I mean, they could have added more power-ups. There's only 3. It's you could throw something behind you, you could throw something in front of you, and you could boost. It's like, okay, you could have added more. Like in Yakuza Like a Dragon, there was I think there was like 5 or something. There's more variety of power-ups. One big problem is I pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe Edition, and they give you the best skateboard off of the bat. So it's like, oh, I just win at everything now. Like, there's no reason for me to use the shittier skateboard, because then I'm going to lose. So instead, I'm going to use the OP hoverboard they gave me and fucking zoom past everybody. It's like, I mean, that just kind of makes it really boring. Like, literally, all the races, I pretty much just steamrolled them until, like, the last 2, which I had to use my brain, actually. But even then, it was still pretty easy. Another thing is, in the races, you can fall off your fucking skateboard, and then you have to, like, hop back on your skateboard. And it's like, why? In the stunt park, you can't fall off your skateboard. Why should you be able to fall off it in the races? It's just really kind of annoying. You'll, like, bump into, like, a tire, and then you'll just be like, oh, I'm walking. And it's like, what? No, it's fucking, why? Imagine in Mario Kart, like, you fucking miss a jump or something, and then Mario's just, like, walking. You have to, like, rev up your fucking car again. It's like, why? It's kind of stupid. I'd say for the most part, most of the minigames are good. One of them, there's like dude, I was so hyped to join this club. It was the esports club. It's literally just 5 fights. Like, you just play Virtua Fighter, I think like 5, and you just do 5 fights, and then that's the whole thing. And I was like, wow, cool. I know they thought that one out.
Virtua Fighter?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Virtua Fighter was cool. It was alright. It's pretty easy though. You kind of, because the AI is pretty rat shit until you get to the last one.
Would you say Lost Judgment is a good sequel, like compared to the first one?
I don't think it has so I think it's an okay sequel. I definitely think Judgment, it's had a lot more content, because I'm still not done with all the content in Judgment, but I feel like the content in Lost Judgment I could beat relatively soon, like. Because there's those school stories, and then one thing is on side cases, which are, known as sub-stories in the Yakuza games. They did cut down on those. They only have, like, I think 40 or something, or maybe even, like, 30 something. Like, they cut down on those a bunch, which I think is kind of weird, since most Yakuza games usually have, like, 50, and they're all pretty solid. But, yeah, they cut down on that, which is kind of weird. So, I think it's an okay sequel. As for the main story, yeah, like, some of the chapters are like the chapters 1 through like 4, I think each of them they're pretty long, like maybe an hour to 2 hours long each, and then you get to like chapter 8 and it'll be like, okay, go here, do this, end of the chapter. And it's like, what? The chapter was like literally 10 minutes long. Like, you could have just easily cut down on the number of chapters, but obviously they're like, oh, more chapters equals longer game. The story's kind of good, but it's kind of like, feels a little bit forced, because basically your buddies from the first game start up their own detective agency in the place where you go into in Yakuza Like a Dragon, Ijincho or Yokohama, whatever you want to call it. They start up a detective agency there. Who would have guessed? Whoa, what a coincidence. They go to the place that they already have a map for. They couldn't make a new map. And since the map is so fucking big, the only reason there's a skateboard is because they were like, oh, like, the map was supposed to be big because in the Yakuza Like a Dragon it makes sense because it's an RPG, big map,
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, we don't want this dude walking everywhere when it's not an RPG, so that's why they give you a skateboard. They're like, yeah, they just fucking threw it in there, I feel like.
You just zoom around on your hoverboard.
Yeah, and you can't even get into a fight as long as you're on your hoverboard. They can't fight you.
You tell me no one can just knock you off that shit?
No, dude. Like, literally, you could just hoverboard past someone. They won't even try to chase after you. But the moment, like, say you like knock into a cone and be like, wait a minute, he's right there. It's like, dude, what? Very strange. But the main story, I feel like the main villain, or one of the villains, his name is I don't want to say his name, but he's kind of cool. I think he's like
a twist villain.
He's not a twist villain. It's a little bit obvious, but I think he's decent. And then they add there's this one new character that you meet kind of early, and everyone's like, hey, I like this guy, and I'm like, he's kind of lame though. And then later they're like, hey, he's lame. And it's like, yeah, I didn't like him to start, so I don't care that he's a shitter. But Lost Judgment, I'd say it's like, I don't know, like 8 out of 10 or something. I enjoy the game, but I feel like, it definitely isn't as good as Judgment. Story feels a little bit shoehorned in.
Yeah, out of this entire year, I don't think there's a game I played that's just a straight 10 out of 10.
Maybe Hades. I'd say maybe Hades could be a 10 out of 10 for me.
I haven't played Hades yet.
The only problem with Hades is, like, it's really fun when you're trying to beat it, but then once you beat it, you're like, it gets significantly more easy, because then you're like, okay, I know what the builds are, I know what items I should run, and then as long as you build those items, you're golden. But it's a good game.
I think the closest to me is probably Near Replicant. I'd give that a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, that's almost
My
a 10
only
out of 10.
gripe is that the other endings, like most of the endings aren't like significant changes.
Yeah, Nier Automata, they're much more significant. And another thing is the side quests in Replicant are dog shit. At least most of them are dog shit. Most of them are fetch quests, which are, it's not a good idea to put in a game. There's some cool ones.
Dude, I hate games that have terrible side quests because I'm like, because I don't do them.
Yeah,
right? If your side quests
not
suck,
do
I don't do them, and there's no point for them to be there. Like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, those side quests are freaking useless.
You get 2 experience if you beat up 5 dudes. It's like, why am I gonna beat up 5 dudes?
There's only one that I slightly remember, and I think it's the one you told me about with the dude who was cooking.
Yeah.
And we thought he was evil. He's like, nah, dude, have this freaking soup.
Yeah. That was cool, I guess. It was fun, but it was like, they definitely don't reward you at all. You don't get any new moves or anything to unlock new moves. You get like 1/20th of something that would give you a new move, and it's like, well,
dude, you get like one of those Z orbs, what they're called, D orbs, and you get like 1,000 experience. Then you go do the next story mission, you get 2 million, and you're like, dude, what the
you
the fuck?
Literally can get like 10 levels in a story mission or something, or like you get a lot.
You jump, and then sometimes characters will come back from being dead. Like Goku came back, dude was beefed up. Like every time he comes back, like by 20 levels, dude.
So it's like there's no reason to level him up or anything.
And I can't believe the hardest boss fight in that game for me was still Raditz.
Yeah, Raditz was pretty hard. I'd say there was a couple hard ones, but I can't. I think Majin Buu was like, that whole arc was pretty easy.
I haven't beaten Kakarot yet. I probably should.
Oh, really? You should. It's a good game.
Because it is fun.
Yeah, I think it's a good game.
And I need to beat it because Majin Buu arc has the fusions, and you get to play. Do you get to play as Gotenks?
Which one is that? The Gohan and Trunks?
Kid fusion. Yeah, Goten and Trunks.
Yeah. And you get to play as Vegito. You play as Vegito for one fight.
If I go back and play Kakarot and I enjoy it as much, I might get the Future Trunks DLC.
Is that out yet? I don't think it is.
Is that out yet? It might have not come out yet.
I do want
that one.
I do. That one sounds interesting.
I thought it came out over the summer. I'm probably wrong though.
I don't think it did. Unless, I don't know. I could be wrong. I think maybe it did. Maybe.
I'm trying to see.
I think it did. Yeah. It came out in July, I think.
Yeah, I think it's out.
Maybe I'll get that. If it's good. I know all the other DLCs dog shit. You just get like a transformation and there's like 2 fights. And then
you get Super Saiyan God, bro. Oh my god, so cool.
I think one of the DLCs makes you like super OP for the other DLC. So then you just steamroll everything.
They could have easily have like just dropped the entirety of Super as DLC, like a $50 season pass.
Yeah.
But no, they just did the movies.
That's weird.
And for the movies aren't even really stories. They're just like skills and transformations.
Yeah,
and
it's not even really the story. Like, there's not much story there.
Which was sad. Maybe they're making like a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot 2 or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
They should do something really experimental, dude. Give us a Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. Play everything from Vegeta's perspective.
Nah, you should be able to play from Raditz perspective, dude.
Bro, Raditz lives the fight, becomes a good guy. Raditz the first to turn Super Saiyan.
Yes.
Dude. God, dude. You know, talking about games that should be, dude, they need to make a Hunter x Hunter RPG.
They really do. They really need a good game. Because all they have is shitty Japanese mobile games. I've played them. They suck, man.
Like, could you imagine, like, I'm trying to think of good open world games. You know, Kakarot's pretty okay as open world. There's some useless stuff in it. But, I mean, I feel like if you just make an open world Hunter x Hunter game, you go through the story, you can explore and stuff, you know.
Dude, if
they
they
have to make me play as
that,
multiple characters, dude.
I would cry.
You can play as Gon the whole way. I think it'd still be really good.
Yeah.
Still, playing as other characters, that would be awesome. Killer awesome.
Dude, I want to play fucking... I want to be Turtle Man.
I want to be Leorio. I can do that song. I pull up. Hop out the after party.
Dude, that'd be so cool. And dude, you get to fight Chairman Netero, and then he nukes you. That'd be so cool.
Dude, imagine like giving the fight of Netero versus Miriam.
Dude, if they just had a character like the whole story of Hunter x Hunter, superb. It'd be superb.
Yeah. Dude, just have to go through you could just end at the Chimera Ant arc, bro. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Boom. It would be insane. That game would instantly sell. Instantly.
Bro, can the mangaka of Hunter x Hunter wake up already and get doing ideas?
Give somebody the rights, bro. Give Bandai Namco the rights to make an RPG, dude.
Come on, man.
You know what else needs a freaking actual RPG where you can make your own character?
What?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All right. Here's what I envision. Okay.
Yes.
You get to customize your own character, right? Male or female, non-binary. You put in how you look and stuff. You can look stylish. It's just Bizarre Adventure, right?
Yeah.
You need the clothes. And then, here's how the stands would work, okay? Because you can't just make your own stand. So I would say that they would make 4 stands that you can choose from. And they each have acts 1 through 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they transform. That's character progression, okay? Choose those. Each of those stands are a different type of stands. Close range, far range, remote, all that.
Yeah.
And then each of those stands has ability trees, where you get to choose, how it works and stuff. Yeah. And that's how they would do it. It would still be set. The design would be completely set. The design would already be made.
Mm-hmm.
But the abilities would still be sort of akin to what you want, right? It'd be like a Borderlands thing. Each stand has 3 different trees for how
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And going down those different trees, you can mix and match, and that would dictate how the acts of the future stand look, right? I think that would be amazing. Just an original JoJo story, alright? You can make references to other ones, but I would like original characters, original villains. Maybe you can have like a secret sub-boss which Dio's head in a mech or something, okay? I don't care. Because, I don't mean to brag, but I've made my own stands before, okay? I could funnel them, the designs, for enemy stands, alright?
Stundle.
I already have a stand in mind that I wanted. Like a good stand name.
Yeah.
Badfinger, dude.
Badfinger?
Yeah, that's a band.
Dude.
And, Badfinger sounds like a stand name. Badfinger.
Badfinger.
Or, that's the only one I can know. There's also Video Killed the Radio Star. That's the favorite one I've done. I said that stand, it changes into whatever's currently on TV. That's how it works. Yeah. That shit would be cool. Yeah. Or, I don't know, give your main character just Star Platinum 2.
Star Platinum.
This time you can actually use Starfinger. Like 24/7.
Oh, yeah, dude. You just spam the Starfinger.
Dude, OP shit. Like, a freaking JoJo's Eyes of Heaven, bro. I remember I pissed Dominic off because I played, what's his name, Jonathan. And if you kill Jonathan, he comes back for a little bit. And he gets health. Every time he attacks, he loses health. And then, Eyes of Heaven was in. I think that game kind of killed the JoJo games.
I think that game was like, eh.
It had Darby, though.
Darby. It's okay.
And I love Darby. The poker was not in-depth, though.
Oh, really?
No, not really. Dude, you watched me play it.
Dude, do you know how long ago that was?
That was pretty long ago. I could take a friggin' $5 JoJo minigame where it's just you playing against Darby and like online multiplayer. Like you and your buddies, and Darby's in there, he's dealing it. You lose, you get your soul taken, and you're out of the game.
Dude, that'd be cool. Like, just a cheap-ass, like, poker, just Darby's the dealer. That's, like, the only thing that's JoJo about it.
Yeah, he just says a ton of shit constantly every time. Like, bro, you put down a river flush. Oh, Mr. Joester.
Mr. Joester. And then he implodes.
Just, you're not even Joester.
You're just yourself, and he's like, Mr. Joester.
And sometimes, dude, they call it Darby's minigames. It'll be Darby and then the other Darby.
Yeah.
Alright, and you can play poker, or you can play some of the video games one and stuff.
Jaggers.
Oh,
good.
That's a baseball.
Oh, that's a baseball.
God, yeah, I miss that shit.
Dude, Japanese people say English words so well. Like, I just love how they say it.
It's so, dude.
So good.
That must be how we sound when we try to say Japanese words.
Arigato gozaimasu.
It's gotta be hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot any Japanese word I remember.
Milku tea.
Dojob.
Suteki. Instead of steak, it's suteki.
You know what? We can end this off. This will be a short one. We can end this off on the hip new craze of the world. Squid Game.
Squid Game is good.
I've only seen the first episode.
Watch it, everybody.
I've seen all of them.
Fucking watch it.
He says watch. You know, Squid Game.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just gonna talk about the first episode. I'm not gonna really spoil that much.
Spoiler alert, just in case.
Yeah, we'll put a spoiler alert down right here. You don't
right
want
here. Y'all are warned.
The main character, I don't know if he's the main character the whole show, so I'm just calling the main character the first episode.
Yeah.
Dude, first appearance, me and my mom freaking hated him.
He's a shit face.
Stealing cash from his mom. He's,
no,
like,
he's a shit. He's
this
a shitter.
motherfucker, dude. But you know, when he started hanging out with his daughter, dude, that got me, bro.
You feel bad. You're like, oh. Man.
I feel, because the whole reason he goes into the damn game isn't for he fucking money for himself. Yeah. He wants his daughter to stay. It's like, damn.
He's not gonna be able to see his little girl.
My mom was about to shit her pants when the loan sharks came. She thought they were gonna cut his nose open.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. I was like, oh,
and
shit.
I was like, I didn't want to look away yet because I didn't want to look like a pussy. But I was like, oh, are they gonna do it? My head's like slightly turning. It's like, oh, they don't.
One thing I want to say, there's no thing as a spoiler here. The ending is kind of stupid. Like everything except for like the last 5 seconds, I think is ridiculous. Like it's like what? That's all I would say. It is dumb. He fucking.
It's like a bad ending, or it's like a ending that doesn't make any sense.
It feels like the ending's only like that to have a season 2. I feel like it could have just ended. There would not have been a season 2. Like kind of, you know how like Parasite was a.
Oh, did they do a cliffhanger?
Kind of, but it's not. It's less of a cliffhanger than more like, oh, that's what's happening.
Open ended. All right.
No, they don't leave it open ended. It's more like you know it's going to happen.
You know season 2 is going to happen?
There's going to be a season 2. There is going to be a season 2. That's not even a spoiler. There's going to be a season 2.
Of course it is. Even though you didn't want a season 2. Netflix like, dude, this shit's making them bad money. Make a season 2.
Dude, Netflix got sued because it did so well. They got sued because it did good.
By who?
I think it might be by like Korea or something. Like literally because of like increased traffic, like through the network and all that. They're like, dude, what the fuck? There's too many people doing this.
I find it funny. Like, have you read about how that dude's show got rejected? Like, I think like 10 times.
What, Squid Game?
Outlandish. Yeah, Squid Game got rejected. The script.
Yeah.
Like 10 times.
Bro, what the fuck?
Over the last like 5 years. Dude had to, I think, sell his house. He had to sell something because he couldn't afford to keep working on the script.
Damn.
And now look at it, dude. It is literally the #1 show in the world.
Yeah, it's a fucking hit right now. And that's because it is a very... I think it's like... It's almost Parasite tier, but it's a little bit below that. A little bit below that. Some people say it falls off halfway. I literally don't see how it does. Like, I could maybe understand why, but I think it's pretty good.
Just from the nature of how it works, people probably say it falls off because their favorite character didn't make it.
Well, that's stupid. That's just dumb.
You knew from the
Sorry,
end.
Bucker.
This isn't really a spoiler. Everybody knows that Squid Game, the fucking niggas die in that show.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
And spoiler alert, there's a lot of main characters for a reason. Not all of them are gonna make it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know who's not gonna make it, except for one, because fuck Instagram. Fuck you guys on Instagram. I fucking hate you.
Sadness.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna say which episode, but there's one episode that's very, very sad. It is ridiculously. There's actually a couple of episodes that are ridiculously sad.
You get a touch of some of those characters.
Dude, you do, dude. You really do.
Bro. I hope. Nah, I don't think it'll make me cry.
I think it made me tear up a little bit, but no, it made me cry. It made
You
me cry
cried?
a little bit. I was very sad.
Dude. Nah, shit.
Oh, dude, I watched this anime real quick. I watched this anime called Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. It's basically about like earthquakes in
I've
Japan.
heard about that.
That one,
You cried at that
I
too?
finished it today. It made me cry so much. It was so sad at the end.
Well, you cried a lot?
I cried a good bit.
I guess
Dude,
I'll have
it
to
was
watch
so
it, dude.
fucking sad.
I can count the amount of things that have made me cry on a thing on my finger. You know, we got the movie Benjamin Button. I only cried. I was like 6. Alright. That's why I cried. Near Replicant made me bawl my eyes out.
Yeah.
Devilman Crybaby. The first time I watched that show, I did not cry.
Not really.
And then I rewatched it with my brother earlier this year.
Hmm.
Dude, I bawled my fucking eyes out on that episode.
It's pretty sad. I didn't cry, but it made me very, very sad and depressed because it's like
I was holding it in. And then the credits happen. It's that special song.
Yeah.
And then that's when it all came out.
I've learned something, and it's not to be afraid of crying on the show because it's like, well, who cares? Like, it's sad, you know. You can express. It's there to make you express emotion.
I hate crying on shows because I hate when I get so sad.
That's how you know a show is good. It's a act of catharsis.
Like, dude, I've always wanted to make a story that is that weird to say that makes people cry?
No, that's not weird at all.
Like, I want to write a character. I don't want to say his sole purpose is to die, but I would want there to be a death in one of my stories. So you get attacked, you're just like, no, you just stop crying, bro.
Yeah. See, the way you know you really attach a character to is even if you get spoiled, you know a character is going to die, and then it happens, and then you're still like, God, like, you're surprised or you're shocked because you were like, that way or why? You know,
No, this is true.
You can do it very well.
Spoilers. For New Replicant, you have been warned.
That happened in New Replicant, because you told me about this shit that was going to happen in ending B. You know, you find out, because, you know, in Endgame, you kill those things, you know, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, ending B, oh, you could hear their thoughts, bro. I knew I was going to kill the wolf. I told it in the first ending.
Yeah.
But then I do it again, and it shows some extra scenes, and then I'm just like, I can't take this. I can't take this anymore. The moment the old dude's like, hey, I forgot what they said. And I was talking about his owner. And he walks off with his owner into the light. And I'm just like, dude, no.
That shit's pain.
And then out of nowhere, it wasn't... I think it was ending D. When they show what actually happened to the king. Like you see.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is ending D. Because it was not in B.
Yeah,
and it wasn't in C. Where you see all his soldiers dead.
Oh, yeah, you go to fucking heaven.
And then he jumps at the boar and the boar stabs. It's like, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I've been through this 3 times. You ain't show me that. Why you gotta do that now? And they show Emil living. That was pretty cute.
They fucking like poop.
Emil's
like,
head
what?
bouncing.
Yeah. I was
then, of
very,
course,
very
got
happy.
Ending E is a feel-good ending.
Yeah.
Except, you know that they lose, though, right? Because, you know, in Ending E, you know, because Nier, Kaini, and Emil... Is this even a spoiler? This doesn't matter, dude.
I'll probably put one anyways.
Yeah, you put
Just in
one
case.
beforehand. But, friggin', they, you know, she rescues Nier. Dude's alive. Because Kaini loves that dude. And then their whole quest is that they need to go and save humanity, right?
Yeah.
Fix it all. And, you know, this isn't a spoiler alert. Because if you played Nier Automata...
You could
I'm
tell.
sorry.
Yeah, they didn't win.
Yeah. That game's been out for a while. But I'll still put a spoiler. Humans are dead. There are no more humans. Which means that the trio from Nier failed.
Yep.
They didn't get to do their job. And then Nier Automata shits. I think I teared up in that just from watching it. That shit. Nier Automata's just hurtful.
That game made me pretty sad. I think I
Especially-
probably cried.
Emil's boss fight, the secret boss, is so sad. His voice lines. Dude. And then Yoko Taro's making a new RPG.
Hopefully it's good. Come on,
That
Yoki.
shit's also gonna hurt your feelings. All his games, Drakengard, they all have fucking morbid ass endings.
Yeah.
It's his staple. Fucking games and media making you feel sad. That is like a testament to time. I felt sad in Avengers Endgame. I didn't cry.
Sad.
But when Tony...
I was very
Spoiler alert.
surprised.
When Tony Stark died, that was literally watching the end of my childhood.
Yeah.
Just, I saw the first Iron Man.
Same.
Saw the second, third. I saw all the Iron Man movies. I grew up with Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. And then I didn't want it to be him. I wanted Captain America to die. Like, I guess he sort of did. He became old. But still. They're all gone, dude. And now we got the new Avengers. I'm just not really into it.
I know y'all weren't... Like, just the new people.
I mean, Spider-Man's going to be in there. I don't even really know. I know Captain Marvel's supposed to be one of them, and I hate Captain Marvel.
No, fuck Captain Marvel.
Like, dude, in the movies,
So
I fucking hated when she popped up in Endgame.
And ate everyone's
instantly destroyed the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Didn't get hurt by Thanos at all. I fucking hate characters like that.
Yeah, that was dumb.
People can be like, oh, it's because she's a woman. No, dude. I fucking hate shit with overpowered characters that have a villain. Alright? Thanos is a dude who was supposed to be unstoppable, right? He won. Alright, you tell me that there's one bitch, and her reasoning was so fucking stupid too. Homie's like, yeah, where were you when Thanos kicked her ass? She's like, you're not the only people who need to be saved. Bitch, half the universe was erased.
You fucking dumbass. Oh, helping somebody else. Well, too bad. Half of those people are gonna die because you didn't help, you dumbass.
And then it's fucking... Ooh.
That's just kind of bad writing right there.
Captain Marvel brought that movie down for me a bit. She's only in there for like 10. I'm so glad that they purposely did not have her in that movie for the longest time. Because if she was in it, dude, everything would have been ruined. I'll admit it, I also don't like her actor. Brie Larson's kind of a bitch.
I wouldn't know.
Now we got all these new Marvel movies coming out. I'm not into it. I'm a big Marvel dude. I think more than all y'all. I know you didn't watch much Marvel.
Not much.
When Endgame happened, that was the end of my investment, really. Except for Loki. Loki's getting a season 2. I'm so hyped for that.
Oh, shit. I
still need to finish Loki. Because that shit, dude, Loki's so good. If anybody here hasn't watched Loki, go watch Loki. Pirate Disney Plus. Watch Loki.
Yeah.
Just Loki. Don't watch anything else. I don't really care for WandaVision. Ooh. Let's go. Dude. I mean, there's so many shows coming out recently that are so good.
Like?
Well, fucking Loki came out this year. Squid Game came out this year. What else came out this year?
I mean, yeah, I know those two, but like that's only two.
I don't remember the shit. Disney Star Wars Visions came out. It was like,
is that good?
There's a bunch of like anthology stories for anime. There's half of them are really good. Some of them are, the studios get creative freedom to make their own stories in the Star Wars universe. Some of them suck ass, dude. Some of them are so fucking boring. Like there's this one where it's just about these fucking band, and the singer of the band is a Jedi, and he turned his lightsaber into a fucking mic.
Nice, dude. What a gamer. That's the whole episode?
You should watch, dude. We should watch it together. The first episode of Star Wars Visions, it's called The Duel. Mm-hmm. You would love that one. That one is so cool. It's a fucking duel.
Yo.
Like, it's like a Japanese era Star Wars story. They're all stormtroopers in like samurai armor. It's in black and white with like this sort of cel shaded color, like a Japanese painting.
That sounds really cool.
There's some more I need to watch. There's another one called, I think, the Bridesmaid. That's what it's called. The Bridesmaiden. That's another like Japanese inspired Star Wars story. I want to watch that one too. I heard that one's like one of the best. Maybe I shouldn't just say TV shows. I should say like media in general.
Yeah, I think that's more.
A lot of decent stuff came out this year.
I think Metroid Dread came out.
I'm not really into it.
I'm not into Metroid at all, but I don't know if it's good or not. I just know that's a thing that happened. So cool.
I don't think it's worth $60.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo will do what they do. Oh wow, people already $150 on eBay. Go fuck yourself.
What?
Oh no, that's the special edition. Never mind.
For what?
Metroid Dread. I thought someone was just reselling it for that much, but it's not even out yet. It comes out tomorrow. But I saw someone streaming it, so I think if you have an Australian account, you could play shit earlier because time zone shenanigans.
Metroid Dread review, one of the best games in the series.
I've just never been a Metroid fan, which sucks for me because I hear they're so great, and every time I'm just like, okay, cool for you.
Yeah, I've never been into Metroidvania in general.
Yeah.
But, I haven't played any, really.
I've played a couple, and I'm just like, okay. Where am I supposed to be surprised, enjoyed, and say, wow, epic?
I don't know. They're for some people, and they're just not.
Yeah.
I just don't like backtracking.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you
of
can't go past this area. Go get the missiles. Now go back to that spot. Now you can shoot it open with missiles. And it's like, okay.
Some people, because they're like, they love the exploration, dude. I like exploration. I don't like forced exploration, right?
And also, like, the old games like that, they don't have the maps. And then it's like, I just don't know where the fuck I am.
Like, dude, I was playing a Metroidvania game earlier, and I stopped because I fucking hate going to an area, door locked, go back, find key. So now I gotta walk halfway across the screen to go to find a place I didn't see. Like, dude, there's an infamous thing in this one Castlevania game. You see the Castlevania Ghosts and Goblins, where at advanced, you have to hit this secret fucking lever in this one pixel spot that no one tells you about. I think it was Castlevania, because I saw it from an angry video game nerd video.
Dude, I love that, man. But probably, man. That's fucking
And I'm not even kidding. It was one pixel that you have to hit. Literally one pixel.
I know in the one Castlevania game, you have to, like, get this orb, and then, like, just, like, sit in the spot with the orb, and the game tells you no fucking hint for that. Same thing in Earthbound. You gotta go under this bridge and sit there for, like, 10 minutes. And it's like, why do old games think... Maybe it's because they need to sell their video game guides, because you don't know what the fuck to do, and you couldn't just look it up on YouTube.
Incoming people is called stupid. Like, dude. Alright, I don't want a game expect me telling me, okay, go here, and then it has a giant fucking arrow that tells me where to go, alright?
Yeah.
You can give me a hint. Like, just in casual conversation. Be like, have you heard of the orb that opens all doors? Or some shit like that.
I think there might be a hint, but it's, like, super vague. Like, you wouldn't think it connects there. In Earthbound, I'm pretty sure they don't give you any hint, though. I'm pretty sure you literally just sit under a bridge for 10 minutes, and, like, I don't remember what happens, but it's some dumb shit. I do want to play it. I've played a little bit of it. I want to beat Earthbound, because...
I heard that Mother 3 makes anybody cry.
Dude, I heard the story. It might have been Jay Aubrey, or I forgot which one of them. There's Sniper Wolf Man. It's one of those dudes.
It was Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah, that guy.
I sent you the video.
Yeah,
I watched
very
this
good
Mother 3 video.
It made me very sad.
Like, yeah, I didn't even play the game and I felt sad. And I want to play the game. Even though it got spoiled, he was like, if you want to play the game, don't watch this section. I was like, I'm going to watch that section, brother.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I would even enjoy it with the spoilers. Like, I know what happens in Earthbound, but, like, there's just so much, like, the game is, like, all the arcs, they're all really crazy and insane. Like, you can't sum it up in an hour video even.
There's a different experience playing something than just hearing about it.
Huge difference.
Like, sometimes a character's death their impact can be lessened if you get spoiled about it. I still hate people who spoil characters' deaths, but, like, people instantly think that'll just make you not get affected by it. But, I mean, if it's written really good, you're still going to be affected by them dying.
Yeah.
You might not be surprised, but you'll be like, shit, dude. In a way, sometimes it could be worse, because then you know it's coming. And you don't know when.
I mean, yeah, there's some games where they, I forgot what it's called, something shadowing. Fuck. They do it in Romeo and Juliet. But basically, like,
foreshadowing?
Yeah, foreshadowing. Throughout the whole thing that they're gonna die, and you're like, oh my god, no, don't do the thing that you're gonna do. And then they fucking die, you're like, ah, shit, fuck. They don't do that in Yakuza, but there is deaths in Yakuza where I'm like, oh, they're gonna fucking die. No. It's kind of obvious, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Dude, really good foreshadowing is like putting the key, like the pieces before you.
Yeah.
You can be like, you won't notice it at first. You'll be like, that's kind of weird.
And then you rewatch it.
There's this one thing I saw where like this dude, Oh yeah, no, I could talk about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
And the like one of the very first missions. You're probably never gonna play that game. You should.
I already know what happens, like with the man.
Yeah, Arthur.
Yeah.
But it's like the third mission. You punch the dude friggin' squirts blood on you, right? You don't think anything of it. And then throughout the entire game, Arthur begins to start coughing. It's light at first. And there comes to a point when it's heavy. And then you realize, yo, this shit is messed up. That's some really good foreshadowing.
Yeah.
There's also, like, there's a lot of media pieces to get people clued in to stuff. I think my favorite use of foreshadowing is when there's a twist villain. And you give them the pieces to find out early that, yo, this dude's not what he seems.
Yeah, Persona 5 did that.
I'm not gonna lie. Persona 5 didn't do it very good.
They didn't do it that well.
They made it so fucking obvious that it was Akechi.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was him. I could have just been not paying attention that well, but I didn't think so.
I mean, I could tell he was evil, especially when they came to the point where you could hear him, like he could hear Morgana. And then you're supposed to be like, oh, he has a persona. I mean, do you already know he's a persona? He's on the box cover.
It is true. I mean, yeah, it's obvious.
Why is that a big start? Why is that halfway throughout the game? We know.
Yeah, we gotta know he has a persona.
They could have had him blacked out on the box cover,
Or they could have just not had him on the box cover.
Yeah, that's the dumbest part. 'Cause now I already know one half of the twist. He has a persona. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
And the other part is they're hiding shit from him. So at this point, I'm like, oh, well, they don't trust him. And then the moment that fucking, Akechi betrayed us, so I'm like, oh, who would have thunk?
Who would have thunked it? Yeah.
Still, Akechi's a decent villain.
He's aight.
I feel like one thing people don't talk about in the Persona villains is that none of them really have any screen time.
Yeah. They're all pretty, like, here I am.
They always talk about the boss fight. The boss fight's so cool. But I can't say the Persona 5 villains are so good because I don't know them. I see them for one section.
Yeah.
Even the final boss, Shido. And then the final boss, no offense, he comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you don't play the original Persona games and you don't hear Igor's original voice.
Oh, yeah, you would have no idea.
Then you have no idea. And so when it comes to the end, you're just like, oh, he's evil.
Yeah, I'm pretty, like, everyone else probably knew because they're like, oh, wow, why did they randomly just change his voice actor?
Yeah, the people who play the game know that this isn't, probably already know now it's not the real Igor because he acts different and stuff. And I'm like, this isn't Igor. People who don't know, when they get to the end, they don't care that he turns out to be evil. They may be a little bit like, oh, he's evil. That makes me feel bad.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's strange when you go back to the previous games and you hear fucking little bitch Igor compared to Persona 5's like deep voice Igor. I like deep voice Igor a lot.
I like I like deep voice Igor more. Some people like crucify us for that. But
nah, dude, deep voice.
That voice fits so much more.
It does, and he sounds cool.
He does. That's my take. The more I revisit Persona 5, the more I'm like, yeah, this is the good game, but I don't think it's amazing, which is weird. Because I used to think Persona 5 was amazing.
I used to think it was my favorite game.
But I mean, like, in comparison to, like, their RPGs, and when I look at the way they handle things, right, that they could have done better, then that just makes me feel like, well, why didn't they do that?
Yeah.
Why include an evil ending if it's just out of left field? Basically, one choice makes you evil or not. It's that one choice right there.
Stupid as fuck.
Like, there's no point in that.
You just become evil.
And then, it deals with heavy topics, suicide, all that shit. It does that pretty well. But I mean, I feel like if you're gonna have an overarching villain, I want to see more of them. Because, I mean, like, Shido pops up occasionally, and
Shido was just kind of there.
That's his. And the thing is, that's his one personality trait. Have you realized that? Like, when you look at the Persona 5 characters, they seem to have one personality trait. Kamoshida's one thing is a perv. Or an asshole. It's
pretty much like before you do.
They just have asshole.
Yeah. They're all assholes until you beat them, and they're like, oh wait, I'm suddenly not. It makes sense in the game, but afterwards, then they become a good person or whatever. Kind of.
Just having them being a huge asshole, like Futaba's Futaba's one is good. Because in that one, the villain was her own psyche and her mom, you know?
Yeah.
But Shido as a final boss, his boss fight is cool, but himself, I've only seen him be a dick.
I mean, yeah.
I guess that makes me want to kick his ass, dude. But, you know, you can have a villain who's not like an outward dick, but I just want to kick his ass.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Thanos' ass kicked. He wasn't a complete dick, surprisingly. Dude killed his daughter, but, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, that's why...
It is what it is.
If Persona 6 doesn't pick up and expand on the stuff that was not that good in Persona 5, I will be disappointed. Because now they have all these eyes on them. They have no reason to just...
I think there's a high chance they're going to be.
I probably am going to be disappointed. Because I'm not going to lie, Atlas don't seem like the best of companies.
No, Atlas fucking sucks with all the DLC bullshit they've been pushing out. I mean, they've been doing that for a long time, so it's not a surprise, but it's like,
you know,
can y'all just not be such fucking money-hungry asses?
Because we had those drops a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
I think
when that game
next
comes
year.
out, I'm not
next year or fall, maybe.
I'm already not really hyped. I'm not. Because I played Persona 5 Royal. And that Persona 5 Royal just kind of killed my vibe.
Yeah, I'm not at all. Yeah. I'm really hoping... I know SMT5 is going to have good combat, because, you know, they're good RPG. I'm hoping the story's good, though. I'm hoping the story pulls me in.
I think it will. I love the graphics.
I love the main character's design.
Like, you didn't really notice it in the first trailer, at least for me. But when I showed the gameplay that came out, you really get to see how good it looks.
I did.
Because that trailer, I'm not gonna bring it back down. The first trailer, they didn't look that good.
Booty.
But the second one, ooh. When I got to see the gameplay...
Dude, they looked insane.
No, they did not. The gameplay...
No, dude, those graphics looked
in-game
insane.
graphics, though.
They
were
did.
Spicy.
They looked so cool.
They were spicy. And you gotta think about it. This is on the Switch.
No, in-game graphics are good.
It's spicy.
They're really spicy. You have to play it in docked, though. You have to play it in docked. In handheld, it's going to be like a potato.
Dude, I played Fire Emblem in handheld.
Dude, I tried playing Fire Emblem in handheld. It looked garbage.
Fine. I mean, it looked fine to me, dude.
Dude, it looked so fucking bad. No, it looked terrible. No, it did not. Dude,
it probably would have looked much better, but I was fine.
But I bet if you docked
and I'll probably be fine with SMT docked, because I mean, the whole point of me owning my goddamn Switch is so I don't have to sit at the TV.
I mean, yeah, it is to be portable, but I think maybe SMT might not be that bad, but I'm not even shitting you.
My is better than yours.
Fire Emblem handheld looked like I was playing like a DS game.
You do have the original model. I probably have an updated one. Because I got my new as hell. That was just last Christmas.
Yeah.
Fucking OLED dropped, by the way. I think. Switch OLED. And I'm like, I hope to God nobody buys that shit.
Yeah. I wish I cared.
Shit
if it was OLED and with a better CPU
Joy-Cons.
And,
processor. It still has Joy-Con drift.
And yeah, they need to fix the drift.
The screen
That's a huge problem with the Joy-Cons. I love the Joy-Cons.
For $100
the drift
more,
is fucking
you get
ridiculous,
a slightly bigger
controllers
screen,
are so expensive.
and that is it. All the other Switch models, like, I guess if you really can't spend that much money, the Switch Lite is okay, right? But I mean, the full experience of the Switch is portable and not portable. You can put that on the TV. The Switch Lite just takes away half of the whole appeal of the console. But yeah, I mean,
I think it's just cool for people on a budget.
But that's when the OLED fits in. The
if you're
OLED
on a tight
has
budget,
no point of existence except for extra money.
Yeah, I feel they needed to make a new Switch that had a better processors and all that, better specs. They needed because as it is now, the Switch is very weak, especially now that the PS5's out and the Series X is out. It is incredibly weak.
All right. I think we can end it here, fellas and fellers. We came in, we conquered, we talked.
Yeah, the video game.
A lot of video games today, fellas.
Maybe next week will be the spooky episode.
Ooh, I'll talk about my fucking favorite horror movies.
Oh yeah,
there's a shit ton of those. Ooh, we can talk about The Thing. I made y'all watch that one.
We could talk about The Thing.
That's still my favorite horror movie. Now, next episode, we're going to talk about The Thing, the original Among Us. Next episode, we call it Imposter Among Us. No. thing among us. Right there.
Yes.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.